Morning guys, Greg Harding here for another coffee catch up, but I'm unfortunately drinking apple juice. Shocker. Okay, so it's been a fairly quiet one this week, but where I've not been shooting, I've been talking to a lot of clients about booking work in. So things are looking like they are picking up, which is great. It's getting busier. Next week is looking very busy. This week I've been chatting to sort of a petrochemical company, and we're looking to get out on their site for a couple of days, which is great. We're going to be going to Biofortuna on Monday, which is great. I'm going to be doing some stills for them. I'm shooting, let me go back a bit, I'm shooting corporate portraits for a science healthcare agency, marketing agency, after I've finished filming this. And yeah, they just need some corporate portraits, but they're a great little company to work for because, well, they're not so little anymore, they've grown loads. But they're a great company to work for because they deal with sort of, science, drug companies, that sort of thing, which is a great little introduction for me. So, and I came across them because I did a little search online as to sort of marketing agencies dealing with my sort of sector, and I just sent them an email saying, "Hi, didn't know whether you knew I was doing what you're doing. Maybe we can have a chat." So, and yeah, that came about because of that. It was just a quick email, and it's been a really good. I've been working with them for 3 years, possibly. Yeah. So, they're a good company and very friendly, and they've got lots of staff now. And they started with a kind of small office in Altrincham, but now they've moved out to Hale, I want to say, and it's a much larger setup, and it as with most marketing agency companies, their offices are really blinged up and they've got some really cool kit in it. So anyway, that's that. So this week, what have I been up to this week? I've been doing lots of emailing to clients and chatting to them about what work I'm going to be doing for them. I sent out some emails a little while ago, just sort of with the new portfolio that I put together for them, showing some of my more recent works, and I sent out a batch of emails, I guess about 20 or 30 emails to who I've been working for, people that I've been working for, just to ask them for their feedback. And just to say hi, I know we haven't spoken for a while, and maybe, can you check out some of my new work and, let me know what you think. So, and they've been, quite a few of them have been very, very kind. They've come back to me, and, there's some work coming up, and so we'll see what happens with that. But, it's always good just to sort of say hi again, get them, you in their mind, and then kind of, a quick reminder that, you're still around. So, what else have I been doing? I had a contact back with a company that I went out to Bahrain with, ESB International. They have said that I can share some of the images from Bahrain with you. I'll be putting those up on my website very soon. You better see those. I'm really pleased with them. We took a mixture of images of internal photos from substations, some images of exteriors using a mixture of ambient light and a bit of flash. I guess not a bit of flash, I was trying to overpower the sun, so quite a lot of flash. And yeah, I'll explain a lot of that on the website because it makes more sense when you've got the pictures in front of you. as to how I actually sort of came about and sort of captured those images. So look forward to seeing those. Go and check out the website, see what you think. What else have I been doing? Oh, I've been just as a bit of sort of. I like to keep myself. I don't profess to know everything about lighting. I don't profess to know everything about photography. So I kind of try and keep myself up to date with what other people are doing. And so there's a lighting series that I subscribe to called The Lighting Series, and that was there was two photographers, Sue Bryce and Felix Kuntz, and their little USP is that they shoot a lot of portraiture, and Sue does her thing is all about ambient light and using ambient light in order to get the shot she wants, the feel and the look she wants, using ambient light in a studio and ambient light outside, on location. And so that was really good to see that. But what they did was to dovetail together, and then Felix uses an awful lot of studio flash, but he was showing you how to produce the same shots just using studio flash. So if you didn't have any ambient light to work with, this is what you would do in order to get the same result, and that was really interesting. So go and check it out. The Lighting Series, just Googleize it, and it's Felix and Sue. So yeah, really good. Go and check it out. Which brings me to next Tuesday. I'm going to be going to the photography show, and there's loads of different speakers there. So hopefully catching up with a few of my photography friends down at the show on the Tuesday. And one of the gentlemen that have given a talk, Hasselblad master Bryn Griffiths, he's giving a talk, but there'll be loads of tutorials at the show. So if you're interested in photography and you're interested in learning, it's such a good place, because they do, they've got loads of stands, and they've got loads of photographers just doing demonstration after demonstration, and there's talks going on for all of the days that are there. So even if you own a camera and you've got half a mind as to or you don't really know how to use it, or you do know how to use it but you're looking for extra tips, you can go to the stands and you can ask them. You can go to the photographers and ask them, and it's really, really good. I mean, that's one of the reasons I keep going, is because there's always something new to learn, and I don't know everything, so I'm very pleased just to even get a little tiny snippet to take away with me, because I know that will come in handy at some stage. What else have I been up to? So I've been struggling a little bit with time, only because I've got two other passions that I want to dedicate time to, but don't always have that much time to be able to put towards it, and if I find it frustrating. And those two are sort of badminton and golf. So golf's my main focus at the moment, because I've played badminton for most of my life. I've been county player since the age of 7 for about 20 years, and then I gave up, and then I went back to it, and now badminton's more recreation for me, and running around and just socialising, and because I can't stand a gym, so I'm happy just to run around, hit some shots. If I win or lose, don't really care. But golf, on the other hand, I've only really played golf for the last sort of about 10 years, I guess. But I find it a really interesting game. There's sort of I've entered myself into the Trilby Tour again this year, just to try and to be honest, it was more about like having a goal, because if you just play golf and you don't really improve. Well, I didn't find that I was improving if all I've got to do is just go out and play golf at the weekends, either with friends or in a club. I didn't find that was enough of an emphasis to pick up clubs and do something good with them, and really knuckle down and train. But having that big goal of right, it's the Trilby Tour, you're going to be on telly, don't make an arse of yourself, get out there and actually do something. So, and I found that that's a great goal to aim at. And last year, I think I placed sort of top 10. And so this year, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll do better. Currently playing, my current handicap is 11, 10.8, which isn't bad, but the last couple of rounds that I've been out, it's been really encouraging. I played off of just 3 over, and I'm like blown away by that. And I know I could do better than that. I left no end of shots out there. Anyway, enough of me blathering on about golf. Ridiculous. This is supposed to be about photography, but it's how I manage the time, because because obviously if you've got downtime in photography, you need to be utilising that to either generate more leads, do some research on how to improve your work, or actually update websites, which is what I ought to be blooming doing right now. So golf really takes a lot of time out of the day. So how do you fit that in? And I know weekends are kind of dedicated to my family time, because you don't, kids are at school, and so you have to spend time with family. Otherwise, what's the point in having a family? So it's 4 hours out of the day for a round of golf. So I do struggle with that. I mean, if I was employed 9 to 5, I could take a day off holiday, bosh, and then I wouldn't have that guilt feeling, But when I'm out on the golf course and I should be kind of back in the office, or there's always that you should be doing something else, and there's that office manager on my shoulder saying, "Why are you playing golf? You should be generating leads, you should be talking to clients, you should be picking up a camera." So or even if I'm not if I don't have work booked in, maybe I should be picking the camera up and going out and doing some personal project work. So it's how I manage that, and I guess that's how do you do it? Leave a comment below. How do you, or do you not feel guilty? That's great. I'd love to know whether I should stop feeling guilty. Anyway, enough of that. It's got a bit about photography. So yeah, I guess what else have I been struggling with this week? Oh, blooming tech. Oh gee. Well, I mean on the machines here, I back up all to Drobo drives, and I've got one Drobo that sits there and just so I have a live drive. So all that has is all of the live stuff from 2018, and that for one reason or another, when the computer goes to sleep, the Drobo doesn't remount when it boots back up, and I find that intensely frustrating. And I've found a solution to getting it to remount, but it's not a complete fix. Sometimes it will be fine, but sometimes it just falls over, and I don't know whether the USB port sort of turns off and it then won't remount, or whether it disconnects. But it seems to be you have to go through this rigmarole of I'm using Macs obviously, but you go in through terminal, and then you have to put a line of script in for it to turn off the journaling aspect of the drive, and then it will mount, and then you can turn the journaling back on, and then suddenly it's working again. I don't understand that. Does anybody know? Can you tell me what I should be doing? What am I doing wrong? Or is it a Drobo fault? Is it a Mac fault? Is it I don't know, but I keep having to go through terminal in order to get this thing to boot up again. Maybe Drobo, if you're watching, come on, help me out here. Actually, I might drop in on you, Drobo, on the photography show and ask them, see what they've got to say. I'll report back next week. So there's the tech issue, but I've been working with the BIPP Northwest, and we're putting together a meeting. We've got a meeting lineup. So we're just in the process of contacting the BIPP members, the British Institute of Professional Photographers, that is. Sorry to use acronyms. And so that's coming up. So if you're interested in going along to one of those meetings, give me a shout. I'm more than happy to take you along as a guest. You can come along. It's held at Statham Lodge. I will put down here the date it's on and the time, and so you can come along. Just turn up. I think there'll be free drinks and maybe some nibbles, and you'll be able to hear what we're up to. So yeah, would love to see you. So that's it from me. I'm not going to keep you anymore. I've got to go out and shoot some corporate portraits anyway. I need to go and get my bag ready, get the lighting set up and everything. So enough from me. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Really appreciate your company. Go and get yourself a drink. Or I hope your week in business is really good. So I'll see you next time. Alright, and hopefully see you at the photography show on Tuesday. Take care. Cheers.